7 days ago, I decided I'm not going to eat any food for the next week.
Oh my.
7 days?
That's crazy!
Is he gonna die?
Of course we didn't die. How would I be recording voiceover if I were dead? Here's what actually happened when I did a 7-day water fast. On day 1, I took the necessary starting measurements. I know, it's kind of awkward, but this is what people do. My weight is 148.1 pounds, my waist circumference is 32 inches, and my complexion is unmistakably a farmer's tan. But this 7-day fast is about way more than just physical changes. For the past 2 months, I've been feeling tired. I've got nagging injuries. I've got this low-level stress. I crave junk food. I feel kind of sad and not really myself. Basically,
everything hurts and I'm dying.
So I'll also be tracking my mood, cravings, hunger, and energy throughout this 7-day fast, which I'm calling the Great Reset. Wait, I feel like that's been taken. The first 20 hours of fasting were pretty normal. I worked. I drank a lot of water. I worked some more. I made a lot of water. During this time, your body's burning through all its stored glucose called glycogen. Once that runs out, you start burning body fat for energy, which is called ketosis. To speed ketosis up, I went for a long walk with Cricket. Yeah, she had an obnoxious amount of energy that day. Then I went to the gym. If you're worried about losing muscle, most research shows that fasting actually protects against muscle loss by increasing human growth hormone. But I'm lifting daily anyway, just in case. Also, it gives me something to do while my wife eats dinner.
I'm sorry.
But before I knew it, day 1's already complete. It smells like food in here.
I'm sorry.
But honestly, today's been pretty easy. My mood's been good, no real cravings, not much hunger, plenty of energy, nothing really dramatic has happened. Yet. Day 2. I woke up and already lost 2.6 pounds. Sure, it's mostly water weight from depleting glycogen, and also from not having any food in my gut. Maybe a little is my will to live seeping out of my pores. Either way, still motivating. But day 2 is where things started to suck. I felt tired, foggy-headed, kind of nauseated, classic signs of ketosis kicking in. It probably didn't help that my last meal before starting this 7-day fast was pizza and candy. Yeah, I don't always follow the recommendations for fasting prep. So if you're planning to fast, here's what a doctor on YouTube says you should do.
If you just go into the fast without preparing for it, you're not gonna have a very fun time. So the first thing you do is start reducing your carb intake. You also wanna go sugar-free. This way, when you get to the fast, you're not dealing with sugar cravings and carb cravings and headaches and a whole bunch of negative symptoms.
To deal with these symptoms, I started taking a multivitamin, an electrolyte capsule, and salt water. Here you'll see me adding 3 different types of salt to my water, cause according to the internet, this one is the best. Drinking seawater helped with the headaches and I was able to get a little work done. But my motivation and energy quickly disappeared. So I went for a walk with Cricket. So when I started this fast, the goal was to reset my mind and my body. Remember? I called it the Great Reset. I know that's from something. But today, I just feel run down, physically and mentally. Freaking mosquitoes. Basically, all I'm trying to do today is distract myself and keep busy until bedtime. So in the evening, I stayed busy. We're at the movies. This has become a norm when I'm fasting, is to go to the movies. And Tracy always gets popcorn. Yeah, everyone around me was snacking. 10 out of 10 experience. Highly recommend if you want to suffer. We're at the end of day 2. I just checked my ketones and I'm well into fat burning mode. But my hunger is high, cravings are medium, energy is low. And I feel kind of irritable. It's times like these where you just have to go to bed early and call it a win. Anything to add? You still have 5 days to go. Yeah, that was me. I said that. On to days 3 and 4 were fantastic. Rough. I woke up feeling hollow, like someone scooped out my insides and I'm just withering away. Also, my hands and feet were cold and white. Well, I mean, I'm always pretty white. But they were extra ghostly. Tracy says I shouldn't show my feet in videos because...
There's people who are into that.
So, this one's for all my weirdos. I took my pills, drank an absurd amount of salt water, and spent an hour just staring out the window. Mesmerizing, isn't it? Yeah, it took me over an hour to feel human again, and even then I was only about 60% loaded. Whenever I moved, I felt like I was stuck in slow motion, and my arms and legs felt incredibly heavy, even though my weight kept dropping. So this is the part of the fast where people might start asking you questions like, this can't be healthy, right? Are you in starvation mode? Are you slowly dying? It may feel like it, but the truth is that you don't enter starvation mode until your body runs out of fat to burn, which for most of us is, not today, Satan. For reference, according to comments from my DEXA scan video, I'm between 20 to 23% body fat, which means I'm carrying about 34 pounds of fat, or 3 to 4 weeks worth of energy. But the middle part of each day was actually kinda nice. I'd feel strangely good, and I was weirdly productive. And I still did workouts every day, reluctantly.
I don't want to work out today.
But working out always made me feel even better. It killed my hunger and gave me an obnoxious amount of energy. However, the evenings were brutal. Hunger and cravings were at their highest. Energy and mood were at their lowest. I tried to stay distracted. I took cricket hiking. I tried to read. I started watching episode 1 of Blind Aquaman. Then stopped.
It ain't great.
And every night, cricket's over here rubbing it in my face. Yes, the thought has crossed my mind several times. Honestly, I probably would have given up at least 12 different times if I weren't filming this video. 'Cause for 3 nights straight, I've just laid in bed thinking about food, waiting for sleep to take me over. But everything changed overnight. I woke up on day 5 to find that all my facial hair and half the hair on my head had fallen out. Turns out this genius was right. I'm kidding. I've never lost hair because of fasting. Obviously, I got my hair cut and I shaved. I did continue to lose weight each day though, from 148.1 pounds on day 1 to 141.1 pounds on day 5 and 139.6 pounds on day 6. But more important than the physical results was how I felt. Overnight, I went from zombie mode to God mode. God mode is the phase that usually hits somewhere between days 4 and 6. Your brain switches to running on ketones instead of glucose, hunger drops, and growth hormone and adrenaline skyrocket, and suddenly, you get a huge boost in energy, focus, mental clarity, and mood. On day 5, for the first time, I cared more about how I felt than how I looked. I wasn't white-knuckling it through hunger and cravings. I had tons of energy and crushed my workouts. I could focus, like I had taken caffeine, mixed with Ritalin, mixed with Adderall, mixed with... I was really focused and productive. But waking up was still really difficult. I didn't sleep very much, probably because of the increased adrenaline. Or maybe because I kept having dreams about brownies, and cakes, and donuts, and cookies, and if you're fasting right now, I apologize for those images. If you're not fasting, you're probably eating something right now while you watch this, aren't you? Aren't you? But finally, I had made it to the Great Reset. Instead of just trying to survive and distract myself, I was able to focus on what really matters. I spent time with my wife. I caught up with friends.
I'm not sorry.
I was actually able to enjoy myself and be present in each moment. At least until day 7. It was like I was 10 years old again waking up on Christmas morning. Except instead of presents, I was just excited to chew again. The finish line was so close I could smell it. and it smelled like brownies and cakes and donuts. Actually, it smelled like steak. That's when you know you've reset. Healthy food sounds like a cheat meal, but knowing it was the end of my fast made it the hardest day of the entire week. I thought about food constantly. Every minute felt like an hour. Every hour felt like a day. Every day, oh, I'm still on the couch. This is torture. But that's what this 7-day fast was really about. I'd made it through hunger, cravings, low energy, high energy. This wasn't just about losing weight. This was about proving that I could do something hard, that I could be in control of my health, that I could be self-disciplined, and oh, thank God, it's time to eat. I ended my fast the same way I started it, with a Reese's fast break. I mean, it's in the name, right? I'm kidding. I broke my fast with 4 eggs. Oh man, this might be the best eggs I've ever eaten. In 7 days, I lost 10.5 pounds. My waist dropped 1.5 inches. And my cravings for junk food are gone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I may or may not go eat this entire watermelon.